Scott Jennings has apparently been given the impossible assignment of declaring victory in Iran on the behalf of Donald Trump. And I'm going to play for you video of Scott Jennings delivering these lines. I don't even know that Scott Jennings believes this crap, and I'll get back to that in a moment. But here is a tweet, Scott Jennings tweeting, quote, "We've won the war against Iran no matter what partisan Democrats say." And then here is the video. And one of the things you may notice is that it's really obvious that Scott Jennings is reading a script. Now, the fact that he's reading a script doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't believe this stuff. But when you look at the strange cadence and the halting delivery and the fact that he is very obviously reading this off of the laptop that you can see the very top of at the bottom of the shot, I wonder, does he even believe this crap? Or did someone put him up to it?
And I believe this announcement may confirm something that many in our political class refuse to acknowledge. The United States has won the war against Iran. Wars are won when one side achieves its strategic objectives and the other loses the ability to achieve its own. Iran entered this war with four great pillars of strength: its nuclear program, its missiles and drones, its regional terror network, and its ability to hold the world economy hostage through the Strait of Hormuz. Every one of those pillars has been severely damaged or outright destroyed. But Democratic Senator Chris Murphy sees it differently. Listen to him on Meet the Press this weekend, Cut 7.
Donald Trump has lost this war. America is weaker. Iran is stronger. The price to reopen the strait increases by the day.
Even though Iran has lost the war, they haven't lost their public relations agency, I see. Democratic Party, it seems, is unified in its desire for the American people to believe that we have lost this war, even though it's clear the opposite is true.
What?
Has Iran built a nuclear weapon? No, and they couldn't build one for decades, based on the destruction wrought by the United States and Israel. Has Iran defeated the United States military? No, quite the opposite. The Navy is fully sunk. The Army is decimated. Has it driven the United States Navy out of the Strait of Hormuz? No. Our ships travel at will. Is Iran able to stop oil from moving in and out of the strait? No. In fact, millions of barrels of oil are transiting the Strait of Hormuz every day, more and more every day. In fact, the Iranian military has been devastated. Its missile and drone attacks have dramatically declined. Its economy is disintegrating, and its neighbors are aligning against it. Yet Chris Murphy and Hakeem Jeffries and Cory Booker and virtually every other Democrat want you to believe that America has lost. This is what Trump hatred has done to the Democratic Party. But there is something deeply wrong with allowing partisan hatred to make you so emotionally invested in American failure, especially when that leads you to openly lie to the American people about what's actually going on here.
All right. So Iran has lost and the United States has won. And Scott Jennings read that off of a script, so you can be sure that he really means it and it's really true. Now, I think Rick Wilson got it right in his analysis of this. He posted, quote, so the idea here is the U.S. has won, and then Rick Wilson says, except for losing control of the strait, losing our bases in the region, strengthening the control of the Iranian regime over its suffering people, starving our sailors, running through our stockpiles of precision weapons, and giving Iran control of the global oil market. Big win. So I think that this is really the key problem. What exactly have we won? The Strait of Hormuz is this critical pressure point, predictably so, by the way. Iran's interference with regional oil exports keeps pushing prices up, gives the Iranian regime massive leverage over the global economy. We have no peace agreement, and even if we got one, it would not be as strong based on the negotiations we've seen. Even if we got a peace agreement, it wouldn't be as strong as the Obama nuclear deal that Trump got himself out of. The regime hasn't collapsed. American forces are entangled. It's now week 27 of the 2 to 3 week war. And now the administration is rolling out another. This is going to be the decisive round of sanctions, which so far we haven't been able to get anything decisive. And meanwhile, it's a deeply unpopular war. According to Reuters Ipsos polling, 31% of Americans support military action. 83% believe that this conflict is going to continue for an extended period of time. So Jennings has found the solution: announce victory. And what's very interesting about this is there was a Wall Street Journal article about 2 weeks ago which said, we have learned that Donald Trump plans to simply announce victory and leave. Of course, it won't really have been a win, but he will announce it and leave. He hasn't done that yet. He announces that we've won a bunch of times, but we haven't left yet. The war continues. Is Jennings floating a trial balloon for saying, hey, we won and now we can leave? And it's sort of an interesting strategy. I can't say I respect it, but it's interesting, which is when the facts are disastrous, just redefine reality as partisanship. If you notice that the war is going on still, oh, you're just a crazy partisan Democrat. If you notice oil is disrupted and gas prices are high and none of Trump's promises have actually come true, go, oh, that's the view of a partisan Democrat. So this is the governing philosophy of this entire movement. If Trump says the war is over, if Scott Jennings says the war is over, even while Americans are still fighting it, if Trump says we won, we won. That is it. And the consequences here are that I guess Scott Jennings is willing to appear on TV and look directly into a camera and read whatever sentence someone has put in front of him on his laptop and go, we won. And meanwhile, they can't even really define victory because, of course, there hasn't been one. We have a war that hasn't concluded, a strategy without measurable objectives, and a president who has said we've won it or almost won it something like 50 times. But put all of that aside. Ignore everything that your eyes and ears can tell you. Scott Jennings has told us we won the war. Incredible. We will talk about today's runoff in South Carolina for the Senate, Darlene Graham and Ralph Norman, voters heading to the polls. We will give an update on New York supermarkets in the context of Mayor Zohran Mamdani's municipal grocery store proposal. And the Kennedy Center has seen a sharp decline in finances after Trump slapped his name up on it. Who could have guessed? All of that and more on today's bonus show. Don't miss it. Sign up at joinpakman.com. Appreciate you watching. Stick around for this next video and don't forget to hit subscribe so you actually see our uploads. You can also catch the full podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.